So today we're outside of our crime scene house, which is a facility that we have, and as you can see behind me, it is a proper house with proper rooms and bathrooms and everything that you'd expect. We're using it today for a dynamic search. So our students have been preparing for execute a search warrant here. So they've had intelligence, they've had to produce enough to actually get a search warrant and brief and get a plan together, and they're going to do a dynamic entry. There are going to be people inside who aren't going to be very happy, as they would expect, because it's realism for them, and then they're going to have to deal with that person, and they're going to have to do a full search looking for evidence, and in this case it's going to be drugs, so they have to do a very detailed search. This is their first opportunity to try this, and it's really good in terms of contextualising their learning from actually what we teach them in class, so actually in practice. And that is a unique aspect, we think, of the amount of this kind of work that we do within our degree.
Police!
Yeah, what the hey! What? Hey, take your time. Who are you now? Who are you? What, who are you? You're not Desi's gang.
No, my name's Jess. Can we put the weapon down, please?
Yeah, alright, fair enough.
The practicals really helped. It's really interesting. Obviously, sitting in a classroom is completely different to being here, because you learn things hands-on that you wouldn't know sat in a classroom.
Well, I've really enjoyed putting what I've learned in lessons into practice, because we've learned a lot about law, but we haven't actually learned about how to practice that law in an actual house raid. And it was very important that we did this, because I experienced a lot of things that you just can't teach in a classroom.
Our students have now finished the raid. So they've entered the house, they found a very aggressive person that they dealt with really well, and someone else upstairs, which they had to manage. They've effectively searched all the rooms, and they've recovered the vast majority of the property. Obviously there's learning from this, which is where criminals hide their drugs or their stolen property, and that's the learning they take away from this, because this is their first instance of it, and they did an absolutely fantastic job. I'm very proud of all of them in terms of both the effort that they put in and also the end result which they achieved.
Well, actually I was team leader, so I learned a lot about leading a group and making on-the-spot decisions and pulling people out of scenarios and putting them in other scenarios, which is something you definitely can't teach in a classroom, and it's definitely a skill that you need to put into practice in places like this.
They can take this further for the next scenario they're going to do, and the next scenario, and again build on this learning, which is a series of building blocks from the first year through to the third year of the degree.
It was really beneficial putting things into practice from the lectures. It was nice the lecturers being here, because obviously they know what they're going on about, and it was just a really good experience.